Okay, I want to first talk to you about dropping and adding. So this video is about how to drop a class and how to add a class. Now, one of the things that's really confusing for students is the terminology oftentimes at a college. So let's talk about the difference between dropping and adding and withdrawing. It shifts. So dropping and adding only happens at the beginning of a class. Colleges give students about a week. It depends on the semester, but no more than a week. When classes start, you have maybe a week or less, it depends on the term, for you to make changes to your schedule. It's a short window, and we call it the drop and add period, where you can switch classes, right? But this doesn't go on very long because we need students settled. Once that time passes, once that 1 week period, or maybe it's 3 days because it's a summer term, once that term passes, the proper word to use if you want to change your schedule, not really change it, but to drop something, is called withdrawing. Withdrawing, though, could have some penalties. You have to understand, if you're a Pell student, that means that the federal government has paid for your classes. If you're a Pell student, you can't just withdraw after they've already paid, right? So once the federal government has pay for your classes, they expect you to take those classes seriously, and they expect you to do well and pass those classes. If you withdraw before you completed at least 60% of that class, notice what I said, at least 60% of that class, the federal government will ask you for the money back. Because they're saying, hey, you took money, we paid for your tuition, but you weren't serious about taking the class. We want our money back. So you can always find the date for that under the catalog, the academic calendar. You can always come out to the academic calendar, and what you're looking for is this rule right here: return of Title IV, 60% rule for mini one, right? And we'll have one for the regular term, meaning that if a student actually withdrew before June 13th for a mini term one class, they have to pay that money back. So you always want to be really careful of what you're doing in college, seeking the advice. Lawson has a wonderful staff of individuals and faculty that can help guide you. Never just do something on your own. So again, withdrawing means that you're withdrawing from courses after the drop and add period, and it can have penalties. So just be really mindful. Never withdraw from a class without talking to an advisor. That's really, really important so you don't make mistakes. So let's talk about how do you drop a class and add a class, and how do you withdraw from a class. So to withdraw from a class, what you want to do is click on Student Resources. Again, withdrawing. We're talking about withdrawing. And you scroll all the way down. I'm on Student Resources. Scroll all the way to the bottom. You're going to click on Withdraw from Classes. You click here, and you will follow the withdrawal process. Again, it's inactivated right now because it's late in the term, but this is where you would go to withdraw. Okay, so you're in the right place, whether that link is working or not. In other words, it's too early in the term to withdraw. So that's why that's shut down. All right, so how do you add and drop a class? So I'm going to click on Add and Drop a Class. It's telling you to go to My Lawson to add and drop a class. So we're going to click on My Lawson. It's going to take me to My Lawson, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. I'm actually already logged in, but you'll go ahead and log in. It's going to take you to the student landing page. So remember, this only happens at the first week of school, where I can change my schedule. Maybe I want to pick a different English class or whatever, or maybe I've decided I'm not coming. I hope that doesn't happen. But let's say you've decided that, oh, it's just not a good term, I'm going to come next semester. So that's dropping and adding. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the student landing page, and this is going to let me sign in. And I'm looking for registration, so let's see. So I'm going to click on registration, the third word right there, registration. So I'm going to go right back to where I registered. I'm looking for the same registration portal that we use to register for classes. I'm going to select the correct term. I'm looking for my schedule. I'm going right back to where I was, where I registered, right? And so you can see I registered for this one English class, and let's say that I no longer need it. Okay, I'm going to just decide I'm going to just drop that class. So all I have to do is come over here and click Web Drop. But notice I'm still registered, because in this system, the only way things can be activated is by hitting the Submit button. Okay, hitting the Submit button. So I hit Submit, and it's going to take the class away. but it's also going to show that you were registered at one point, but it's been deleted. We keep a history of everything that's going on with your schedule. So it's gone. So it's deleted. But let's say that, I feel bad. I'm going to add it back. Because I'm showing you drop and add. So how do I add it back? Get the number 30167. I just go over here to enter the CRN number and say, no, I feel bad about that. I probably need, my mother is right. My dad's right. I need to definitely take at least one class. Okay, so it's existing duplicate. I don't know why it's saying that because I've deleted it. Let me hit submit again, get it off my schedule. There you go. So you notice that it was showing deleted status. I hit submit again, so it will go all the way out. So I'm actually glad that happened. So I'm going to hit 30167, try to bring it back. Hit add to summary, and it's back. Now remember, pending doesn't mean you're registered. Remember, always hit submit. And now I'm back in the class I'm registered. Again, all you do is come out and hit web drop and submit. Web drop and submit. And that's how you change your classes around. As long as you have the CRN numbers, you're good. Okay, that's it. Remember, if you have any questions during the registration process, please call the help desk at 929-2000, 929-2000, or email us at help@lawsonstate.edu. help@lawsonstate.edu.